Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
The federal trial over one of the most shocking alleged crimes in Michigan history begins today. Prosecutors are going to try to prove that 4 men hatched a plan to kidnap the governor. To kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. A report from Grand Rapids next. But first, our breaking news is out of Washington, D.C., where President Joe Biden just announced he is banning Russian oil imports to hold Russia accountable for the war in Ukraine. The move follows pleas by Ukrainian President Zelensky to U.S. and Western officials to cut off the imports. This is because energy exports have kept a steady influx of cash flowing to Russia, despite otherwise severe restrictions on its financial sector. President Biden just spoke about this decision.
This is a step that we're taking to inflict further pain on Putin, but there will be cost as well here in the United States. I said I would level with the American people from the beginning. And when I first spoke to this, I said defending freedom is going to cost. It's going to cost us as well in the United States. Republicans and Democrats understand that. Republicans and Democrats alike have been clear that we must do this.
And this is happening as the European Union presents a plan to cut Russian gas imports by 2/3 this year. The proposal still needs a sign-off from European Union leaders, but it is a dramatic shift for a region that remains reliant on Russian energy. And today, Shell apologizing for buying a heavily discounted consignment of Russian oil on Friday and announced today that it was withdrawing from its involvement in all Russian hydrocarbons. So how is the stock market faring in all of this today? As we take a live look, you can see the Dow is now down more than 20 points, and that's a look there. The S&P 500 moved lower today following the benchmark's worst day since October of 2020 on yesterday. Investigators remain on edge about surging commodity prices and slowing economic growth stemming from Russia's invasion on Ukraine. The average price of a gallon of gasoline in the United States has now hit $4.17 per gallon, jumping just in the last 24 hours. Our Priya Mann joins us now following the developments and wants to answer your questions. Priya?
What's up at the pumps? No matter which gas station you go to, prices are hovering at around $4. In the span of just a week, gas prices have jumped by more than 40 cents in Michigan. We're around $4 a gallon. Experts predict it will only get worse. So tonight, we want to hear from you. What are your questions? Is this the fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine? Who supplies oil to the U.S.? Why can't we pump more? How long will it last? The list is endless. We're asking for your questions on the Local 4 Facebook page and Click on Detroit. Post your questions and we'll work on getting answers for 5 and 6 o'clock tonight.
All right, Priya, thank you. Certainly changing the way we live and travel, though. Taking a look at the very latest from Ukraine as the war continues to intensify with attacks on Ukrainian cities becoming more frequent. Here are our headlines as of this noon. People are fleeing the northeastern Ukrainian city of Sumy and Irpin near Kyiv after ceasefires were agreed to allow civilians to escape. However, an evacuation route out of the southern city of Mariupol has come under fire. Meantime, the number of refugees fleeing from their homes to neighboring countries has now reached 2 million. Let's get to Clarissa Ward. She witnessed this in Kyiv.
At the Kyiv Central train station today, a crush of people trying to escape as Russian forces hit closer to the capital. Many here have just been evacuated from the hardest hit areas. Few know where they are going next. Alla and her family made it out of the Kyiv suburb of Bucha early this morning, leaving behind her 81-year-old grandfather. He didn't want to come with us. He decided to stay, she says. He's old and can't run very fast, and we had to leave so quickly this morning. I don't know what's happening there now. It's so scary. I don't understand how you can shell peaceful people. We never wished harm on anyone. We were friends with Russia. We have relatives in Russia, she says. They just want to erase Ukraine from the face of the earth. It's that fear that is fueling a sense of desperation here.
So the minute they announce the next train going west, you can see everybody just scrambles to try to get on it.
Down below, the platform is packed, but people remain calm. They rush in to help an exhausted elderly woman who has fallen on the track. Close to departure time, confusion sets in. Another train arrives and people run across the tracks hoping to catch it. Finally, the train to Lviv arrives. There's pushing and shoving as people jostle for space. Let the women and children go first, one man shouts. Another weeps as he hugs his wife goodbye. Sonia, I love you, he calls out. He waits for the train to leave, eyes locked on the window, for what may be his last look.
Oh, so heartbreaking. That was Clarissa Ward reporting there from Kyiv. Day after day, she's been there, along with Jay Gray. He's been at the Polish-Ukrainian border where many are arriving.
You can see the buses pulled up, and you'll see the refugees start to push on, and they'll get a ride to the train station, and from there we'll move further into Poland, further into other areas of Europe, and try and get as far away from the border and the fighting as they can. But I want to show you how they get here, and I want you to take a look straight down the line here. This is the walking path. This is the area where people that are walking from Ukraine into Poland come through, and some of them on the road for 2 and 3 days, carrying their children, carrying a suitcase or a backpack, and making this trip to safety.
We will continue to keep you updated on the crisis there in Ukraine. Everything's so heartbreaking there. Right here on Local 4 and clickondetroit.com, our continuing coverage will remain as new information comes into our newsroom. We're following more breaking news just in. The former leader of the Proud Boys faces conspiracy and other charges in connection to the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. Prosecutors say that Enrique Tarrio conspired with other top lieutenants of the group to attack the Capitol last year. They say although Tarrio was not in Washington that day, he issued orders before the attack and participated in a group chat with several members. Getting to other headlines this noon, and 18 months after their arrest in alleged plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Whitmer, the trial begins for the 4 men that are facing federal charges in connection to that plot. Our Sean Lay joins us from Grand Rapids, where that trial is getting underway. Sean, what's happened so far?
A lot has happened so far here in Grand Rapids this morning up until the noon hour, Rhonda. This is a long and vital process right now of selecting the jury, and that continues inside the federal courthouse you see behind me in Grand Rapids. Already, several potential jurors already told the judge that they do not like Governor Gretchen Whitmer and they would be against the governor's case. They told the judge that. Others telling the judge they didn't really know that much about the alleged kidnapping plot. They believed they could be fair in this trial. Lots of questions from the judge to these potential jurors. Here's what's happened so far. The jury pool comes from all walks of life: a registered nurse, an assistant college professor, a human resources manager, an adult foster care worker, a postal union president, just to name a few. The judge asking each if they could commit to serving on the jury for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Many told the judge they already had spring break vacations booked with their families. The judge asked if the potential jurors followed the Whitmer plot case in the news, and if they did they form an opinion about the case? One juror said his opinion would, quote, be against the government in the case. Another potential juror told the judge, quote, I think they are guilty. 2 potential jurors said they did not like Governor Gretchen Whitmer and have formed strong opinions about the case. In court facing potential life in prison if convicted, Adam Fox, Barry Croft, Brandon Caserta, and Daniel Harris as the jury that will be deciding their guilt or innocence is selected. Big pool of jurors here, Rhonda, some with very strong opinions. Those who said they did not like the governor, those who said they believed the men were not guilty, and those who said they believed the men are guilty. They were dismissed from the jury pool and have gone home. Now, the work continues this afternoon to find jurors who do not have an opinion about this case and can be fair and impartial. It could take all day into tomorrow to find this jury. Could be one of the most important days of this trial to find the jury for this high-profile case. Back to you.
All right, Sean, thank you. We do want to turn our attention to what's happening outside and the weather. And for that, as we take a live look at our sky cam, we head over to Brandon Rue.
It looked better where Sean was over in Grand Rapids with some sunshine. The clouds have been hanging tough. Low 30s up north, middle 30s, close to 40 as you get Grosse Ile, 37, but we have a little wind out of the west-southwest, 5 to 12, and that wind is playing a part in wind chills, which are primarily middle-upper 20s as you're getting set to head out the door, but also fewer and fewer flakes. The west-northwest wind bringing some lake-enhanced action, but with a slight shift. Fewer flakes, just a little snow over Lake St. Clair. Rhonda, we are tracking a warm-up coming up.